Hello, 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 and welcome along to another edition of the most Flutifull livestream on YouTube. How are we doing today, lovely people? Oh, the merch thing has popped up. It's never done that before, has it? There we go. If you are new to my corner of YouTube, then you are very welcome to spend the next couple of hours with me enjoying some live music, some friendly chat, and some fascinating facts along the way, mostly courtesy of my fabulous moderators, David Walker and Rebecca Parker. So how are we all doing, lovely people? It is a beautiful day here in Hull, East Yorkshire. The sun is shining. I think we've got to enjoy it, haven't we, while it lasts, because of course it's now September and it will start to get a little bit cooler, but lovely, lovely sunshine here today, which has been really, really lovely. So do let me know what the weather's like with you. I am British after all. I do like to know what's going on with the weather, and let me know what else is happening on in your world. So welcome to those who have said hello so far. Hello Wild, thank you for the introduction. As per, hello to Wilbur. Wilbur's talking about Star Trek Day. I'll talk about that in a minute. Lovely to have you with us as always, Wilbur. Hello to my mummy Janet. How are we doing today? Hello to Pollyanna, who I know was watching some of my videos during the week and left me a couple of really lovely comments. So hi, fantastic of you to join us today. Do let us know if you would like to request anything. I'll tell you how to do that in a moment. And I think that's everybody so far. So yes, you are more than welcome to request anything from my current list, which I'm sure is floating about in the chat somewhere. Requests are completely free, but if you would like to make a small donation to the stream to basically keep me in Yorkshire tea, which if you're a regular viewer you will know that this doesn't happen unless I have my Yorkshire tea, then you can do so via the coffee link. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, yes, the Star Trek t-shirt. I'd completely forgotten that I owned a Star Trek t-shirt until the other week when I went and tidied some stuff out at Mum's house. So yeah, I'm proudly wearing my Star Trek Voyager t-shirt because of course it is Star Trek Day on Wednesday, so we will celebrate that in a little while with some of my Star Trek covers. But before then, we have a couple of requests in for my latest tracks. So because of the wonderful generosity of my patrons, I am able to add extra tracks to my list every month now in the form of professional tracks, and that's all down to the wonderful support, as I say, of the Patreon community, which you're rather always welcome to come and join us if you like. So we've got two new tracks this month, and they are both from the world of musical theatre. However, they're very, very different. So the first one is this is from 1970. I was thinking it was 1980s when I was doing this with my patrons yesterday, but it's not. It's 1970, and this is from Andrew Lloyd Webber's rock opera Jesus Christ Superstar. I hope you enjoy. I don't know how to love him. There we go. I Don't Know How to Love Him from Jesus Christ Superstar. Thank you, Wild, for the request of that one. And I know Wild heard it yesterday on the Patreon stream and was inspired to request it again today. So thank you, Wild. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, David. Mummy says, lovely, Claire. It's just a really nice ballad, that, isn't it? Really, really nice. And yeah, I'm sure if you're a fan of the show, brings back some memories. Right, okay. I'm just having a look in the chat at what you've been up to. Apparently Chris is occupied watching the live stream from the Santa Pod at the minute, so a bit of racing going on. I hope it's going well, Chris. Yeah, we talked about the Voyager t-shirt. It is a good one. It's good, isn't it? It's good. And David is talking about Abba. Oh, yes. Who has listened to the Abba's new songs? If you don't know, Abba are releasing a new album in November, and they dropped the new songs on a live stream. I think it was Friday night here in the UK. Very, very exciting. And they're doing a very special show, first of its kind, where they've built a special stage for it down in London, and it's kind of a light projection, not a hologram, apparently, not a hologram, but it's a light projection of them performing the new songs as themselves as they were younger, but they've done all the mapping for the movements and things. So let me know what you think about that. I'm just very, very intrigued as to how that will work, and I think it could be really, really interesting. My one little reservation is, it's them as they were younger. Now, I can appreciate that, but there's something about them as they are now that I'd really like to see. But obviously, it's difficult to go on tour and do performing again in your senior years. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. But I'm very excited about the music. I thought the songs sounded awesome. Yeah, really, really good. Wilbur says, I saw Jesus Christ Superstar at the Universal Studios Amphitheatre in the early 70s. Brings back some memories. Awesome, Wilbur. Tell us about that. That's very exciting. So Universal Studios Amphitheatre. So that's an outdoor theatre there over in California, is it? Let us know. Very exciting. Yeah, and David says sounds cool. Yeah, it certainly does, doesn't it? I'm very intrigued to see about the I'm sure it'll be an absolute smash. And the live stream is great. If you haven't watched it, go and watch the live stream on Abba's channel. It's awesome. Anyway, back to the music. So the second song that I've added this month actually ticks two boxes. One, musical theatre, like we said, but it's another piece of Mozart. So this is musical theatre that is was written 186 years before our last number, and it's from what I think is my favourite all-time opera, Mozart's The Marriage of Figaro. Now, if you know nothing about opera, then Mozart's Marriage of Figaro is a great place to start. It's a comedy. It's about a servant wanting to marry and what that entailed kind of at the time, because there was a prerequisite that the head servant had to, shall we say, be friendly with the head of the household. So it was a take on that, really. Mozart's opinion clearly that this is something that should be done away with, and it's just such a wonderful, wonderful opera. Very, like I say, comedy, lots of interesting moments, but above all, lots of beautiful music. And this is one of many of my favourite arias or songs from the opera. It's sung by the main main servant who I was talking about, Susanna, and it's really beautiful. It's called De Vieni non tardi. If you don't know it, I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, I hope you enjoy my Flutifull version. sweet, but still cheeky, I feel. Still cheeky. A little bit of Mozart. That was De Vieni from Mozart's Marriage of Figaro. And like I say, if you're curious about opera, then Marriage of Figaro is a really good place to start. Lots of lovely tunes and just a great story. You know, people get put off by opera because of lots of reasons, but actually there's some great comedy in opera. So do check it out if you're interested. Alrighty, Wild says, how's the new iPad? Oh, thank you, Wild. I was going to mention that. So you've beaten me to it. So, those of you who watched last week's stream, the wonderful Rebecca was here in person. Here she was for the special first anniversary stream, and we talked a lot about the stream and what we can do to improve it and try and grow our little community. And one of the things that Rebecca said to me was, you need to do something about the music. Now, what she meant by that was the sheet music. So I did, until this week, have a folder with lots of sheets in because I'm very old-fashioned and I like sheet music, okay? This is going to be a problem now that we have quite a big collection of stuff for you to request from. So, this week, I have been very busy getting this sorted. So I now have a huge, look, it's nearly bigger than it's bigger than my head, look. A huge iPad, which has all my music on. It's unbelievable, isn't it? You can have all your music on this, right? So all the music is now on here, and all I have to do is press buttons, and it should appear. So the mountain of paper is gone, and there it is. So working so far. If you see me going, and this, you'll know what's happening. But yeah, the iPad is great. Thank you, Wild. I should also say that those of you who are donating to me via Coffee, I've put a little goal on there now to the next set of donations are going to go towards buying a pedal. So the pedal will allow me to turn the pages without even moving my fingers from the flute. So that's exciting, isn't it? So the next £100 that comes in via the Coffee is going to go on that, a pedal, which will hopefully mean that I don't have to, well, I won't, I don't have to move my hands from the flute, and should result in more right notes. It should. So thank you to those who are able to donate via the Coffee button. Wilbur says, I don't think the amphitheatre still exists. I think it was torn down to make way for the Universal City Walk theme park, major tourist attraction in LA. Well, there we go. Thank you for that little bit of theatre history, Wilbur. And lovely then that you could experience such an amazing show in such a theatre. What a thing. Pollyanna says, I like it. Thank you, Pollyanna. It's a beautiful tune, that, isn't it? Let me know if you knew it before, because one of my main aims with what I do here on YouTube is just to introduce people to new music, whether that's classical, pop, rock, whatever, because I like lots of kinds of music, and I like to try and introduce people that don't know certain types of music to other types of music, if that makes sense. So let me know. That would make my day if that's the first time you've heard that. Mother said, beautiful piece. Thank you. Well played. Thank you so much. Hello to Jeffrey. Wani Jeffrey's in the house. Hi, Jeffrey. I know someone who just got up. Oh, do you? Was that a friend of a friend? Was it, Jeffrey? Awesome. Right. Wild says, is that the oldest Mozart song you got? Oh, that's a good question, Wild. That's a good question. I'd have to check that out. It's 1786, I think, was Marriage of Figaro. In fact, I have that figure written down for you somewhere. 1786, yes. So it wasn't his, it was kind of early on in his operatic output. So I'm not sure how that compares to the others we've got though. Eine Kleine. I suspect it's a little bit later. I suspect that's later than Eine Kleine, but I'm not sure. Maybe one of our mods will find that out for you. Great question. Right, so we have some Star Trek facts coming through, folks. So, Star Trek, the next generation, Star Trek original series, Star Trek Voyager, are coming your way because it is Star Trek Day on September the 8th. May the live long and prosper, everybody. Okay, so we have a Flutifull fact for Star Trek Day. Here we go. Live from the Skirball Cultural Center in Los Angeles, California, Star Trek Day will be hosted by Will Wheaton and Misha Burton and feature a live orchestra composed by Jeff Russo. Wow, that's going to be so exciting, folks. Back-to-back in-person conversations with cast members and creative minds from Star Trek universe, legacy moments with iconic cast, plus surprise announcements and reveals throughout. Oh, I've got goosebumps already. That sounds awesome. Let me know, folks, if you'll be tuning in for Star Trek Day. How exciting. And of course, there's lots of rumours going around at the minute about the next series of Star Trek Picard. I see that they're saying that the Borg Queen is definitely coming back. That's very exciting, isn't it? So lots to look forward to in Star Trek land. So to get you in the mood, folks, shall we do them? Let's do them back to back. Thank you, Wilbur, for the suggestion. And I think we'll do them in order, shall we? Shall we go original Next Gen Voyager? We'll do that. We'll do that. So here we go. This is my cover of the original theme from Star Trek. And you see, I've now got to press buttons that I'm not used to doing, so I knew you'd have to bear with me a little bit, folks. Right, there we go, ready to roll. Here we go. Awesome! That was the theme from the original Star Trek series. And moving straight on, if I can find the music. Oh, this is supposed to be easy. Right, okay, here we go. We will continue with the next Star Trek series, which is Star Trek Next Generation.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Rather heroic sounds of Star Trek Next Generation. Hope you enjoyed that, everybody. And to complete our voyage into outer space in celebration of Star Trek Day, this is my version of the theme from Star Trek Voyager. There we have it, the theme from Star Trek Voyager to complete our little Star Trek Day collection. Thank you so much, Wilbur, for requesting all those. I do like playing them back to back. It's really, really fun. Wilbur says thanks for playing all these. It's my pleasure, and I only wish we had more. I've only covered the first 3 themes so far. I am going to cover the others. In time. I will get round to them all, I promise, because it's such awesome music, and many of us here are Trekkies. So awesome. Thank you, Wilbur, and I hope you really, really enjoy Star Trek Day. We'll have to see what happens, won't we, and enjoy reminiscing about that next week, perhaps. Thank you for all the emojis, everybody. Lovely. Awesome stuff. Thank you. Now, I think I need some tea. I haven't had any tea yet, folks. So if you're wondering what mug is with me today, it's the Flutifull mug. The Flutifull mug is here. These are available, of course, in the merch store, should you wish one for your brew. Okay, so I'm going to enjoy my lovely Yorkshire tea. Let me know what you're drinking. I do like to know people's beverages of choice. It's a very interesting topic, I find. Wild says, I got a video, I think Claire has seen it, Star Trek versus Star Wars. Yes, that's very funny. It's a YouTube, it's quite an old YouTube video now, isn't it? Where somebody's kind of mashed Star Wars and Star Trek together. Very funny. It is great. Yeah, I enjoy that. Oh, the tea's tasting good, folks. The tea's tasting good. Right, so do get those requests in, folks. We only have 2 more in the queue, so now is a fantastic time to add in your requests. And up next, we are going to the world of Abba. So we talked a little bit about Abba earlier, and my latest cover is Abba, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to actually cover some Abba because well, I love it. I'm quite a big ABBA fan. I was as a teenager. In fact, we have the vinyl, don't we, Mother, at home somewhere. And yeah, ABBA, I was listening to the radio the other day after the ABBA announcement, and they were talking about whether, you know, it was cool to like ABBA, and the presenter was kind of hinting at the fact that he didn't think it was. And I was very pleased to see that lots of people rang in and went, "What are you talking about? ABBA are amazing." And yeah, ABBA there's great songwriting from Benny and Beyond, you know, really, really good songwriting, to the extent where I actually studied a little bit of ABBA at university, believe it or not. I did a module in popular music, and ABBA came up because it's really interesting stuff to analyse. Beautiful melodies, beautiful harmonies, just well done, and the new singles are really, really good, you know. It's still got that charm about it. So if in anticipation of that, let's enjoy my latest cover, which is one of ABBA's best, I think. This is my Flutifull version of Super Trooper. There we go, a little bit of Abba for you folks in the form of Super Trooper. Thank you to my mummy Janet for requesting that one. Wild says, in the Abba movie, Super Trooper was sung by two of my favourites, Meryl Streep and Christine Baranski. Yes, awesome. Yeah, you've got to love Mamma Mia, haven't you? If you're not a fan of the film Mamma Mia, then I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure where you're coming from, folks. I missed a Flutifull quiz. Apologies, Rebecca. I saw it and then I forgot to say it before I played it. So, Flutifull quiz, first one of the stream, folks. Super Trooper is the title track from Abba's 1980 studio album of the same name. What was the song's working title? Bonus points for providing it in Swedish. And I think Rebecca's just given us the answer. I have no idea how to say this in Swedish, so I'll just stick to the English, thanks. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Yes, and if you've watched my video, you may have known the answer to that one because, yeah, I did put that as a little fact in the description. If you've not seen the video, go and check it out. I wanted to make something summary, so I took the idea of the Super Trooper light being like the sunlight, and it's the whole video is kind of set in a park, and it's quite summary. So there we go. There we go. Thank you, folks. Thank you, Wilbur, for the applause. Thank you, David. David says, love flute duets. Yeah, I did lots of parts on that one, and that was fun to do because, like I say, the Abba harmony is just awesome. So that was really nice to do. Wild says, I remember my mum used to play Abba karaoke on my PS2. I think it was called Sing It Abba. Yeah, I think you could get some like karaoke Abba things on the PlayStation. And Wild says, no, I didn't join in. Oh, I'm disappointed, Wild. I'm disappointed. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the request. Jeffrey would like to hear Across the Universe. We will indeed get Across the Universe on for you. In fact, we will bump it up the queue because that's what happens when somebody sends a Yorkshire tea via coffee. So thank you so much, Warnie Jeffrey. We will have a bit of Beatles coming up for you next. So, what do I have to tell you about? So, well, I'm still busy working on some new music. I have a new track that I'm working on, and I'm kind of dipping in and out of it. It's a bit of a I'm not going to say it's proving to be difficult, but I'm biding my time on that one. I feel it'll be adventageous to the track. I'm also working on a new cover, which I'm hoping will be out a week tomorrow. If you enjoyed my Toccata, not the Toccatina. If you enjoyed my Toccata and Fugue cover, then I think you might like the next one. But that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. You'll have to stick around for when that comes out. And I'm also, as you know, working on an another improv EP, and we're about to hear some improvisation later on. Casarella is here, or was here. Casarella said hi and is busy, I think. So hello to Casarella, and hello to Rolly, who's joined us. Can't chat much, but I'm following. Awesome. Thank you, Rolly. Lovely to have you here, and thank you for your request of Ina Kleiner, which we will certainly add to the queue. Right, up next then, we are heading to the world of the Beatles, and this fabulous track, which was added to the collection last month. I think this works really well on flute, and I hope you enjoy it. This is Across the Universe. Oh, the wonderful sound of the 60s, 70s there with the Beatles and Across the Universe. Thank you, Wani Jeffrey, for the request, and thank you so much for the Yorkshire tea as well. Awesome stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the applause, David. Great emojiing, David. Love that. Thank you, Pollyanna. Glad you're enjoying it. Hello to Chris, who's joined us in the chat. Chris says, great Beatles cover. Well done. Thanks, Chris. I think that sounds awesome on flute. In fact, many of the Beatles tracks do actually, and I can see that Wild has requested "My Sweet Lord," which is another one that works really well on flute. So you'll be hearing that later on. So if you enjoyed that one, then do stick around. And thank you again for joining us. Right, I'm just gonna have a bit more tea, folks, before we continue with your lovely requests. So up next, we are heading to the world of Jethro Tull. Oh yes, people who know me know that it's a world that I love. And I have 2 Jethro Tull covers so far, Bourrée, which we usually play at the end of the stream, and this one, which I covered a little while ago in honour of the 50th anniversary of the album from which it comes, which is Aqualung. Thank you, Wilbur, for the Yorkshire tea. Thank you for the Star Trek themes. You are more than welcome, Wilbur. Awesome. So this was is in celebration of 50 years of this wonderful album, Aqualung. If you don't know it, go and give it a spin. It's awesome, and I hope you enjoy this. This is my own version of Cross-Eyed Mary. I can't find it in my new digital filing system, folks. Where is it? I knew this would happen. I knew there would be one piece that I forgot to put into the new iPad. So, where's my folder? Bear with me. Right, here's the folder. To be honest, I probably know Cross-Eyed Mary, but I'm not sure that I trust my memory. So, here's the folder. Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Oops, there it is. Right, we're ready to roll, folks. Here we go. own cover version of Cross-Eyed Mary, Jethro Tull. Thank you to my mummy Janet for the request of that one. I'll put the folder away now. And thank you for the Yorkshire tea. Mother says, love it, Claire. Thank you. Trust me to request one that hasn't gone digital. Yes, do you know, I was thinking to myself, it's not taking me long to put all these bits of, you know, scanning things in and transferring things over, and it's probably because I've missed half of them out. I went through the list and checked, but anyway, unless I'm not seeing it on here, Cross-Eyed Mary is yet to make it into the collection. Yes, I definitely can't see it here. Anyway, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. Thank you, David. Thank you, Wilbur. Thank you, Rolly. Thank you, Pollyanna. Pollyanna says Claire the best. Well, I don't know about that, Pollyanna, but I do my best, you know. And when I rock out, I like to rock out. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for all the applause, everybody. It's Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca says Aqualung character is given a cameo in Cross-Eyed Mary. That's correct. Yes, yes. If you know the album, then the title track is the character of Aqualung, who then is kind of featured as a secondary character in this song. It's very clever indeed. Awesome, awesome. Right, I need more tea after that, folks. I definitely need more tea after that. So next up, I don't have to worry about the sheet music for the next one, folks, because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Next up, we are going to hear an improvisation. So if you're new to my stream, and what you might not know is that I have a selection of tracks that I've put together myself, which are designed for me to improvise over, and all the tracks that are available to request already on the selection, I have made recordings of. So if you enjoy this, then do head over to my Bandcamp, because you'll find an EP entitled 3 Words Volume 1, which features all of these tracks. It's not going to be the same as what you're about to hear, because what I'm about to do is freely improvise to this. So I think this was requested by Rebecca, who's managed to squeeze in a little Star Wars reference, I see. We'll let you have that one, Rebecca. Rebecca, if you don't know, is a huge Star Wars fan, and we were talking a lot about Star Trek Day earlier, so we'll let you have that one, won't we, Rebecca? So I hope you enjoy this. This is an improvisation which I based on the music of the artist Moby. So if you know Moby, who's still very much on the go, first came on the scene in the 90s producing kind of ambient electronic music. I'm a big fan. And this was inspired by him. So I hope you enjoy this. This is my improvisation track, Piano, Flute, Strings. There we go, a little bit of free improvisation in the form of piano, flute, strings. Hope you enjoyed that one. That's a little bit more mysterious, that one, than maybe some of the others. I think we've established that it was David that requested that. Thank you, David. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, then do head over to Bandcamp and have a listen to the other tracks. They're all quite chilled. As I said earlier, I'm in the process of putting some more together, which will also be released as another EP. If you're a patron, by the way, then you do get I get a free copy of my 3-word EPs when they are released. If you join my top tier, so there you go. There's another way you can get your hands on some original music. Right, I'm just gonna have a little bit more tea. I think I need to top up, folks. If you're new to my stream, don't panic. I have a flask. Because I ain't going to run out of tea, because as soon as I run out of tea, that's it. We ain't going to have many more music, so don't worry. The flask is on hand. We have about an hour left in today's stream. It's just gone 6 p.m. in the UK here, so do let me know if there's anything you would like to hear. We've got a nice selection of things coming up for you, but do feel free to add more. Just check out the song list and type your requests in the chat. Right, Wilbur says Mo's becoming a real JT fan. Yeah, that's a reference to my mother, who's otherwise known as Mo or Janet, and who's requested my Standout track, which is very much Jethro Tull influence. So yes, I agree, Wilbur. I agree and I approve greatly. Jeffrey's asking if there are any other bikers in the chat. Yeah, well, I'm not a biker, Jeffrey, but we'll find out for you. If you're a biker, let Jeffrey know. I take it you are, Jeffrey. I think I know that actually. You've told me you like your bikes. So let us know. Let us know if there are any more bikers around. Awesome. Right, bit more tea, and then we'll head to the next request. By the way, did you know that today would have been the 75th birthday of the late great Freddie Mercury? Freddie Mercury's birthday today, folks, 75. Unfortunately, I don't have any Queen, so we can't do any Queen. It's also the birthday of Mike Collins. I think it's Mike Collins, who's the flautist and saxophonist who's played with King Crimson. So it's a big day for birthdays in the music world. Unfortunately, I don't have any Queen or any King Crimson, so we can't do either of those. But there we go. Just thought I'd share that with you folks. Right. So up next, we are going to hear one of my originals. This is my very first original, which always gives me great pleasure to play when people request. I put this together to kind of showcase all the crazy flute sounds that I enjoy, which include singing and playing, beatboxing, pitch bending, all the wonderful, weird and wacky things you can do with the flute. Oops! We don't want... Hang on. I don't really want Star Trek. Hang on, let me turn it down. I don't really want Star Trek Voyager right now, do I? Oh my goodness. I don't know why that's playing. Stop! Okay, hopefully it'll stop in a second. So what was I saying? Yes, Standout. So all the weird and wacky things that I like to do with the flute. Plus, it was very much influenced by my growing love of the fabulous Jethro Tull. So I hope you enjoy this. This is my original track, Standout. That was my very first original track, Stand Out. Thank you to Mama for the request. Thank you for the Yorkshire tea. And if you enjoyed that, it's available along with my EP that I was talking about earlier on Bandcamp. So do go and check that out. Wild says, I like bikes, but I don't ride them, Jeffrey. Yes, I know you're a car man, aren't you, Wild? Definitely a car man. David says, I rode a little bit in my youth, nothing big, 2 accidents done. Fair enough. So I think you're on your own, Jeffrey, unfortunately. We don't seem to have any bikers in the chat today. I have to say, I like looking. Bikes are impressive things, aren't they? It's like cars. They're very impressive looking things. But I'm not a big fan of them. I don't even think I've ever ridden on a bike, actually. So there we go. Wild says, I had to go on a crosser for a while, couldn't get used to it, stick to 4 wheels. Fair enough. Right, a bit more tea, and then we will continue with your lovely requests. We're going back to the Mozart next, folks. The Mozart is coming up. I did say thank you to the Yorkshire tea from Mother, didn't I? Yes. They all came through together, and I was panicking that I'd forgotten them. Right. Jeffrey says, I hope to be buried with my Honda CB94. Wow. So that's a real love then, Jeffrey, isn't it? That is a real love. Excellent. Mother says, stand out, love it as lawyers, Claire. I think the word always was trying to come out there. Lawyers. Hopefully I don't need a lawyer right now. And thank you very much too. Oh, typing is not easy in the chat sometimes, is it? Right, so up next we are going back to the world of Mozart for Rolly. Thank you, Rolly, for this request of this, which is one of our favourite pieces of Mozart to play on the stream. Eine kleine Nacht, the very opening of, is such a rousing piece, isn't it? It's just so... in musical terms, very simple but very rousing, and it's just so much fun to play. So I hope you enjoy this. This is the opening of Mozart's Eine kleine Nacht Musik. Mozart for you there, folks. The opening of Eine kleine Nacht music. Thank you, Rolly, for the request. Awesome to play that. It's so lively, and yes, I'm going to say it. It's so cheeky. You can't beat it. You can't beat it, can you? Rolly says, I just love the rhythmic nature of Mozart's pieces here. At least this in Turkish Rondo. Yeah, excuse me. I mean, there's so much to say about Mozart's music, and you know, once I start talking about it, that I never really shut up. Yeah, the rhythmic, it just all gels together so brilliantly. It's so simple yet so complex, and it's just awesome, isn't it? It's just awesome. Thank you, Rolly, for the request. Thank you, Pollyanna. Glad you enjoyed it. Awesome. Wild says, looking on the Mozart song list, there's one caught my eyes, the Magic Flute. Yeah, the Magic Flute one, Wild, is the Ike Fools, the more dramatic one. The more dramatic one. So we've added that in the queue for you. So we're going to hear lots of Mozart today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Mo, for the emojis. Yes, don't worry about the spelling. We know what you mean. It's all right. The emojis more than make up for it. Right, now then, folks, we have a Flutifull fact for you about our next number. So, My Sweet Lord was at the centre of a heavily publicised copyright infringement suit due to its similarity to the Ronnie Mac song He's So Fine. He's so fine. My sweet Lord. Yeah, I can see that. In 1976, Harrison was found to have subconsciously plagiarised the song, a verdict that had repercussions throughout the music industry. Yes, and there's been several high-profile cases since then of such things. Interesting, isn't it? Music and plagiarism. Oh my goodness. Well, there's only so many notes, folks, and it's easy to be influenced. I mean, Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull has talked a lot about this, because there was it's not an Eagle. Was it an Eagles song? Wilbur might know this. There was some similarity somewhere, and Ian Anderson said, yeah, probably you were listening to the song, and there you go. So it's very difficult not to be influenced by other songs, but sometimes it ends up in the court and it's deemed a problem. So there we go. Thank you, Rebecca. Very interesting fact indeed. So let's enjoy this, folks, by the fabulous George Harrison. This is My Sweet Lord. go. That was my sweet lord, George Harrison. Thank you, Wild, for the request. And Wild says, have you seen it yet, Claire? I tell you what, Wild, I'll tell you when I do. I'll tell you when I do see it, because I know you're keen for me to watch it, and you keep asking me. I will watch it. I promise. Wilbur says, Jethro Tull and the Eagles. I thought it was the Eagles. Yeah. There is a reason why you will not see people play Eagles tracks very much, because they're quite stringent with their copyright. Not that we're breaking any copyright here, but there you go. They are, it's interesting. I thought it was Wilbur. Thank you for clarifying that. As Rebecca says, still time for a few more requests, folks. Yeah, do get them in the queue. We've got some interesting ones coming up. You see some bear emojis? They're not bears, they're wombats. We will talk about that later. Jeffrey'd like to hear Video Killed the Radio Star. Yes, we can do that. We can definitely do that. Wilbur would like any flute box that I would like to play. Ooh, okay. What have we not had for a while, flute box wise? Should we do Juice? I feel like I should do Juice, because Juice is really lively, and I always feel like I'm going to forget how to play it unless I play it quite often. So shall we add Juice to the queue? Is that all right, Wilbur? Let's have a bit of Juice. Thank you. Awesome stuff. Right, a bit more tea, and then I'll tell you where we're heading. So next up, we are heading to the world of video games. I believe Rolly has requested this one, because Jeffrey was talking about riding bikes earlier, and well remembered, Rolly. I am impressed with your knowledge of my my repertoire, because this little tune from Alex Kidd in Miracle World features within it a little tune called Scorpion Bike Theme. It's very fast and furious, and if you remember the game, very early days of video games, well, not that early, but it was late 1980s, wasn't it? This little character went on this little motorbike. So well remembered, Rolly. So Jeffrey, this is in honour of your love of bikes. I hope you enjoy this. This is my version of 3 of the tunes from the original Alex Kidd in Miracle World. There we go, wonderful music of Alex Kidd in Miracle World. Thank you, Rolly, for the request of that one. Always fun to play. And Jeffrey, is that your first time hearing that one? Let us know. And is that suitable biking music at the end? Maybe if your bike was tiny and it was pixelated, maybe. Awesome. It's great to hear that again. You know, you forget about these tunes, and I know I was just one of, I'm sure, lots and lots of people out there who had many hours of fun playing that game. So yeah, it's really fun to hear that again. Thank you, Mo, for the emojis. Wild says, have you heard about the girls? One of the girls from Girls Aloud who has sadly died. I knew one of them. I knew one of them was suffering from cancer. Is that? No, I don't want to get this wrong. Was it Sarah Harding? I can't remember. I'm rubbish with names, but that's very sad to hear that, Wild. So yeah, that is very sad. Yeah, right. Oh, juice has been added to the queue. Thank you for that, Wilbur. We're going to have some juice. Awesome. Right, a little bit more tea, I think, before we go further. What have we got coming up next? Oh, we got some Mozart next. We have some more Mozart, folks. So technically speaking, by the end of this, we should all have really good brain cells, shouldn't we? Because we all know that Mozart's music has been proven to be good for the brain. So this is the third Mozart that we're sharing together today. So I hope you enjoy this. This is also from a Mozart opera, but a different, very different kind of vibe. Magic Flute is an interesting one in that it's partly comedic, but it's also got a more of a serious kind of side to it. So it is a great opera, and we heard from Marriage of Figaro. If you're new to opera, I'd probably start with Marriage of Figaro and then have a listen to this one. But yeah, this is awesome stuff. I hope you enjoy. Ich Fools. There we go, from Mozart's final opera, The Magic Flute. That was Arctic Foods. Thank you, Wild, for the request. Very different to the others, isn't it? But you can still tell it's Mozart, and I think there's a little bit of cheekiness still in there as well. Absolutely beautiful piece. Right. Jeffrey says, great tune, Claire, but I can only hear it going less than 60 kph. Well, trust me, Jeffrey, when you're trying to control that little bike with a controller like this, that was fast enough. That was definitely fast enough. You could, and in fact, you couldn't, because the thing about it was you couldn't control the speed, so it just went along and you had to kind of jump. Yeah. Yay for Mozart Fest today, says Wilbur. I know, I've rather enjoyed our little Mozart Fest, so really glad we've got a new Mozart to enjoy on the stream, and yeah, I'm sure we'll add more along in time as well. Right, we have a Flutifull quiz, folks, based on our next number. Thank you, Rebecca. Flutifull quiz. The Australian Aboriginal people developed 3 musical instruments, the most well known being the didgeridoo. Well, what are the names of the other 2? Ooh, so testing your Australian instrument knowledge. Great question, Rebecca. And that is because next up, we are heading to the wonderful music of Evson Burder, Australian composer who I've collaborated with on 3 numbers so far. This was the second, and it's become, well, it's become a kind of iconic piece in its own right, this really, hasn't it? And I think, well, yeah, I think it will be for the rest of my streaming life, I feel, because it's just such an awesome little tune. I hope you enjoy this. This is my collaboration with Evson Burder, Wombat Rock. Wombat Rock! Thank you to my mummy for the request of that one. And look at all those emojis go. Good to see those wombats enjoying themselves in emoji form there. Thank you, folks. Glad you're enjoying it. Jeffrey says, Claire, I meant a real motorbike, 4-cylinder Honda CB900 can take you down the highway at 135 miles an hour. Yes, that's quite fast. You'd have to make sure you were hanging on, wouldn't you? Oh my goodness, I can't imagine what that feels like, to be honest. Yeah, fast. Right. Oh, Rebecca has the answer to the quiz. Did we not have any correct answers? Unfortunately, Rebecca, it's a tough question. I mean, I don't know the answer. The other two instruments are called the bull roarer. The bull roarer. That's a very Australian kind of name, isn't it? And the gum leaf. My goodness me. Wait, tell us more, Rebecca. David thinks that Rebecca's making those up. They do sound like a little bit made up, don't they? But definitely sound quite Australian at the same time. So Rebecca, tell us more. What are these instruments? What are they? Pollyanna says, Claire, you're very special. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. And do I take it you're coming at us all the way from Brazil? Awesome, Pollyanna. That is so cool. Tell us a little bit more about your and I see you've got a guitar in your hand there. So tell us a little bit more about your music making in Brazil. I would love to know. And can you recommend any songs that were Brazilian songs that might be good for me to learn? That would be awesome. Right. Whilst we await more news on these fascinating Australian instruments, we're going to go to the next request from Jeffrey for this fantastic track. This is a real taste of the 80s. It was actually written in 1978, I believe, but it's got that 80s vibe, and it's by the fabulous Buggles. I hope you enjoy this. This is Video Killed the Radio Star. bit of the sound of the 80s there for you folks with Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. Thank you, Wonnie Jeffrey, for the wonderful request. Right, looks like we've had an update on these Australian instruments, folks. The gum leaf is a tree leaf held against the lips and blown so it acts as a vibrating valve. I see, like a kind of like a grass, like you can do with the blade of grass. Yes, originally intended to imitate bird calls. Okay, got you. And do we know about the other one? Oh, we're waiting confirmation on that. Oh no, I go back a bit and there it is. Thank you, Rebecca. The bull roarer is a simple wooden slat whirled in a circle at the end of a cord so that it rotates around its axis and produces a pulsating, low-pitched roar. Wow, I want to see one of those in action. I think I might have to YouTube that at the end of the stream, folks, and see what that's about. That sounds intriguing, doesn't it? That sounds intriguing. Right, we have 2 more requests in the queue, and I think that's just about going to take us up to our final one, folks. So thank you for everybody who's requested today. Up next, something a little bit different for you. If you're new to my stream, in the form of some flute boxing. So this is a piece by Lizzo. Now, if you don't know Lizzo, she's a fantastic performer, singer, and also plays the flute. And she's really bringing the flute to a new audience, which is really, really cool. And American flautist Sean Ariaro has produced this beatbox arrangement of her fabulous tune Juice in tribute to all the fabulous work she's doing for the flute community. So we're going to see if I can remember this one, because it's a bit of a blow, folks. So here we go. This is a Sean Ariara's arrangement for beatbox flute of Lizzo's Juice. I think I survived that. That was Sean Ariara's crazy arrangement of Juice. I have to say, I've made it a little bit more crazy. So the craziness is not all down to Sean. There's no singing and playing in his version, and I think I've messed about with it a little bit. But anyway, that was fun. That was fun. Thank you, Wilbur, for the suggestion of some beatbox today. Wilbur says, Claire really showing off her versatility. Yeah, showing how unfit I am as well, I think. Rolly says, is there any chance of breathing while playing this one? No. Simple answer to that one is no. I remember when I learnt it, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm getting this. And then it got to the repeat and I was like, I really need to breathe now. So when I learnt it, I had to learn to breathe in this. You're not wrong. It's quite a feat, but lots and lots of fun to play, and good that we played that one because it keeps it in the muscles, keeps it in the muscles. Right, one more of your lovely requests today, folks. This is for another slightly crazy arrangement, no beatboxing in this one though, of Bach's epic piece Toccata and Fugue in D minor. This is my own version of this, which I've created in a kind of off it goes, in a kind of prog rock style. And I said earlier, I'm working on another cover that's similar to this. So if you enjoy this one, then I hope it gets you in the mood for my my next offering, which won't be out this week. It'll be out the week after, hopefully, if I get it finished. So I hope you enjoy this. This is my version of Bach's epic Toccata and Fugue in D minor. That was my own cover version of Bach's epic Toccata and Fugue in D minor. Thank you to my mummy Janet for the request of that one. And like I say, if you enjoyed that, then do stay tuned because my next cover is it's not quite the same. It's more adventurous, I think. If you think that's adventurous, I think my next cover is more adventurous musically, and it's in a similar vein. So if you enjoyed that, then I hope you enjoy what's coming soon. Thank you, Pollyanna. Pollyanna says beatbox on flute, incredible. Thank you so much. Is that your first time hearing beatbox flute? It's quite something, isn't it? I do have my own cover arrangements of for beatbox flute on my channel, so do check them out if you're interested. Thank you for all the messages at the end of the stream, folks. Wilbur, you've taken the words out of my mouth. I was going to say great modding from the mods today, yeah, as always, but we will get to that shortly. So before I play my final piece for you lovely people today, which of course will be the fabulous Boré, which I've just noticed isn't in my list either. I've missed out the Jethro Tull stuff, folks. Anyway, should I see if I know it from memory? We'll give it a go. Let me tell you what's happening for me. So not a lot really this week from me. Like I say, I'm busy writing some more music, writing some more arrangements. There will be an exciting announcement coming out on social media sometime this week about something that's happening very soon. Patrons already know about this. They got to know about this on the live stream yesterday. So if you follow me on social media, then look out for something coming up that I think is quite exciting anyway. So that's happening this week. And then, yeah, I'll be back here on Sunday for more of your wonderful requests. Same time, same place, 5 p.m. GMT +1. So, to play us out today, let's see if I can do it from memory, folks. I should be able to by now, shouldn't I? This is the fabulous Boré. How many times have I played Boré? Why can I not play it from memory? That's shocking. Right, hang on. Let me find the music. I can't believe I can't play that from memory. I think it'd be in my brain by now, wouldn't you? Right, here we go. Ready, folks? We got there in the end! Hooray to finish off our music making today, lovely people. So, thank you so much to everybody who has joined me today to enjoy a little bit of music, some chat and some facts. It's been my absolute pleasure to spend the last couple of hours with you. Thank you to everybody who has sent Yorkshire teas to keep me going and to keep the stream going. As I say, the next donations are going to go towards getting me a pedal so I can keep my fingers on the instrument, which will be really useful. Thank you for sharing what we do. You know, good old-fashioned word of mouth is a really good thing in growing our little community, and I would love for more people to come and enjoy what we do here. Thank you to my fabulous moderators who I agree with Wilbur have done an absolutely sterling job today. Great facts, great quizzes, and just great modding. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think that's all for today, folks. So until we meet again in this wonderful, wonderful virtual world of ours, I hope you have a great week. I hope you stay safe. I hope you take care, and above all, you know what to do. I hope you stay very, 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 very Flutifull. Till next time, folks. Bye for now. Bye.